Hey, I'm Don Darling, a site pastor with Center Point Fellowship Church. And they wanted somebody to give a testimony about sin, and I've had a little experience in that, so I thought I'd share a bit of what I've experienced. I don't see sin as a moral failure. I consider it a spiritual growth indicator, an area of my life that God needs to work on. There's this guy named Ben, he put it this way, that sin is not a behavioral modification, it is a heart transformation. And that's something I experienced young in my walk with Jesus. He told Nicodemus, you have to be born again through the Spirit of God, and that happened to me when I was about 19. And I love the Word of God, so I used to get in it quite a bit, and reading it every night. And what happened is my conscience began to awaken, and it grew, and it started to nag me quite a bit. And it would say things like, hey, you shouldn't be looking at porn. And I said, yeah, but my heart wants to look at porn. He'd say like, you should be tithing now at the church. And I'd say, yeah, but my heart doesn't want to tithe at the church, you know. And so, but trying to be the good Christian guy, you know, I would of my own effort try to modify my behavior, and I'd trying to be a better person. And it worked for a while, until you slip, fall, you know, miss the mark again, and you'd kind of do like God things so you feel better about yourself, and the bad feeling goes away. And so finally, at one point in my life, in my walk with God, I finally said that, look, God, if you don't want me watching porn, then you change the way I feel about it. I'd say, God, teach me to hate the way you hate. Teach me to love the way you love. And so I went on this journey with God, and I said, okay, God, I think you're a little old-fashioned. I mean, these are consenting adults. I don't see what your problem is. And so in His Word I went, and through an understanding, through insight, through circumstances, I realized, wow, pornography is pretty destructive. You know, it can create broken marriages, broken homes, broken children. And so I found myself about a year later on a rainy evening outside of an adult bookstore with a picket sign in my hand. And I was the only one that showed up that night, walking back and forth. And I said, I get it, God. I hate it. And I thought it was so cool because I experienced the transformative power of the Spirit of God that is within me. God changed the way I thought about something, which changed the way I felt about something, which changed what I did. That's Romans 12:2. So I said, this is cool, God. What's next on the list, you know? And so we were talking about it, and I said, well, now come on, marijuana, you made it. What do you think we were going to do with it, you know? Okay, drinking, how much? Let's talk about that, you know? Or that one that I was doing, stealing from the government. I said, yeah, but God, look what they're doing with the taxes, you know? And, or the one where I'd say, now, tithing, God, let's deal with that later, because I'm not sure I really trust you that much right now. But what I found out was that everything that people call sin in my life, I would bring it to the Father. And I'd say, God, change the way I feel about this. Change my attitude. And it's so cool. To try and do it on my own, that's what we call sin management. Of my own effort, I would try and do something. But to experience God changing me from the inside, I realized that I have a relationship that's growing with Him. And not only that, He's real because of the transformative power of the Spirit of God within me. And so I just bring everything to Him. Anytime there's a sin issue or something that needs to change, I run to God with it. And I let Him change me and the way I think about it. I caution you though, don't dare God into something. You know, I'd try that before I dare you to change the way I feel about this. He's good at making it happen real quick, and it usually hurts that way. So what I try to do is I try to say, God, let's use wisdom this time and change the way I feel about it. And now as I'm getting along in my relationship with God, I don't try to sin less, I simply try to love more.